So in this video, I'm going to share with you how to set up your calendar. Now, this is going to be designed for people who currently use Google Calendar that I'm going to share with you, but this can connect with other softwares. But in this demo, I'm going to share with you how to connect your Google Calendar. So the first thing is, I want to remind you here, we have two different sidebars. This is our newest sidebar. What we found is that if we condensed it, it made the software look really nicer. So sometimes you may see the old sidebar that looks like this, but I'm going to share with you with the new sidebar. Okay, so here is our demo account. In your demo account, depending on which level plan of the software that you have, you're going to see some of these buttons here missing. But if you have the fully unlocked version, you're going to see all of these buttons here. Okay, so you're going to go to your calendar and you're going to go to calendar settings. Now here you may have a calendar here. I'm in a demo account, so I currently have a demo calendar set up. So I'm going to create a new calendar with you. So you go to calendar and then you're going to click on new calendar. Now, if you want to link it to your Gmail calendar, for example, so that way any new appointment that specifically comes on your web page, if any new appointment comes on, someone like logs in and enters their information on one of the calendars here, when they schedule it on your Progreda account, it will also connect to your Google Calendar. So I'm going to share with you how to do that first. So before we need to do that, we need to connect your Google. So we're going to go to integrations. And right here where it says connect your locations Google account, you're going to connect it with your Gmail. So here I'm going to connect it with Andy.date. Now the software, whenever we are integrating the software is called Lead Connector. So if you're using let's say Zapier or any of those other connection platforms, or when we're connecting it with Google, it's called Lead Connector. Same thing via the Apple. If you have, for example, if you have an app, a mobile phone, and you want to connect your mobile phone and you want to connect the app, you'll just download Lead Connector. So here we're going to select the page. We're going to select the page here. And now this is for Google My Business here. So we're going to click connect. And now we have that connected. So now we have an actual Gmail connected. So you're going to have to log in and connect yours. Once you've logged in and connected yours, you're going to have to go back to calendars right here. And you're going to click on new calendar. Now the benefit of that is that now my Google Calendar is now linked. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna name your calendar. So determine what the name of this calendar is. Typically, that could be, for example, the purpose of the calendar. So this could be sales appointment. So I'm gonna put sales appointment right here. And then the description, you're gonna describe what the purpose of this specific meeting where people are connecting or contacting you for. You're gonna describe that specific meeting. So here you could just say, this is to learn about our services and products. So make it simple. Now this here, the appointment title, you're going to determine what you want it to say when it shows up on your specific calendar. Do you want it to say as the actual title? So when we say here, like contact name, we've already preset that in for you, but all this simply means is that whatever the person's name, it'll automatically fill in here. So I want to set it up as them and Andy.date, and I'll put on the front of it sales appointment. So this tells me this is a sales appointment with that person, their first name and last name, as well as Andy.date. Okay. Then if you have a Zoom personal meeting room, you can actually put the Zoom link right inside of here. Okay. If you want to put, hey, I will call you, then you would type in I will call you, for example. Or if you have an office and you want to put in the office, so for example, we can put in my address, and this is going to say, hey, everyone's going to come to meet with Andy, for example. All right. Or you can leave it blank and you'll contact the client later. Now, for the selected Google Calendar, you're going to choose Google. Okay, I'm going to choose my calendar. So let me put it under my specific calendar. And then you're going to sync the two-way option. So two-way simply means that whenever you make an edit inside of Progreda, it will all automatically update inside of your Google Calendar. You're going to click Save and Continue. Now you're gonna change your availability. So you're gonna determine how long is this meeting. Do you want this meeting to be 30 minutes? So every time someone books you on your calendar, do you want this meeting to be 30 minutes long? Do you want it to be 45 minutes? Do you want it to be 90 minutes, an hour long? So let's just say for now, we're gonna choose 30 minutes. And we're also gonna choose a slot interval. The slot interval simply means when someone goes and books on your calendar and they're looking at your calendar availability, how often do you want to show availability? Do you want to show it, hey, this 30 minutes would show I'm available at 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, 11:30. If I change it to an hour interval, it'll show, for example, at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. So how far in between do you want to choose? You can choose you can choose 1 hour to make it easy for you, okay? Now, how many appointments do you want to book per day? So sometimes for sales professionals, they want to book between 8 appointments and 10 appointments, like max. Like 10 appointments is a lot of appointments. But let's say that in your business, you spend a lot of time with your clients and you're going to spend, let's say, an hour. Okay, so if you spent an hour with your clients, you need some breaks, you need some time. So let's just put 5 appointments max, for example. So I'm gonna change this back to 30 minutes. Okay. For appointments per slot, you're gonna choose 1. Okay, and then this is gonna be the minimum scheduling notice, meaning that how close do you want to have availabilities? Do you want people to be able to book you the same day, or do you want to push it away a little bit and the soonest day they can book you, let's say, is 2 days? So some people will put 1 day as the minimum schedule notice, meaning that you can't book me the same day. You have to book me at least 1 day in advance. Okay, you're gonna choose your office hours. So we have preset it for you, but let's say, for example, I don't want calls on Monday, so I'm gonna remove Monday, and I want calls from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. only. So I'm going to change my schedule. So you're going to update your schedule here. Okay. Then I'm going to click save and continue. Now, for this portion, you can completely disregard it to set up your calendar. Now, and we've also preset the client details, meaning that when a client books, their phone number will pop up in the description, as well as their email will pop up in the description, and then we'll auto-generate a reschedule link, meaning a link that they can actually click. They can actually click to reschedule themselves on their own, as well as a link that they can cancel on their own. If you want to make some changes, you can always delete this, okay? If you're saying, hey, I don't want people to cancel, I just want people to only reschedule, you can also delete this, okay? And this is much more for developers. If you're really technically savvy and you're running Facebook ads and you want to track your Facebook ads, you can always also put your pixel here, okay? Then when people schedule their appointment with you, what do you want it to say here, okay? So for many of you, you're going to delete the word contact method, okay? And then you're going to put your office number or your business phone number. So let me put mine, 310-598-6616. And contact me, and I could put my email there as well, teamupdate.com. Okay, teamupdate.com if you have any questions. So that's an example. So when someone submits their appointment with me and they schedule a meeting with me, there's going to be a custom message. If for any reason you want to send them to another URL, so many times, for example, like myself, I would send them to a URL that is a little bit, that has a video a little bit about me. So it would bring them to this specific page where they can watch this video about me, and that typically is how I set it up. So you can do either or, where you submit a redirect URL, and what that means is that you're forwarding them to another web page, or B, you can have it be a custom thank you message. If you're in the beginning phases right now, I would suggest that you just have a regular custom thank you message, okay? Also, last but not least, do you want any other people to get an alert when someone books you on your calendar? If so, you're gonna put their email address here, okay? And these you're gonna have completely checked off. Then you're gonna click complete, okay? So the new calendar that we just created is right here. So let me go ahead and click on that. Now it will give me a link. So if I drag this down here, it will give me a link, and this link specifically, you can now share it on your page, on your email. You can tag people and send them and say, hey, if you want to book a calendar with me, click this link. And now they can choose the slots that are available. So for example, if you remember earlier, we chose that, hey, we are not available on Monday. When I created this calendar, hey, I said, hey, I'm not available on Monday. And I showed that we're gonna have it set up every hour on the interval. So now on this calendar, it shows that I'm only available Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it shows the time that I'm available. So let's say someone came to this page and they said, okay, well, I'm not available on December 7th, but I am available on December 9th, and they chose 2 p.m. They can click select, they can put in their name. So let's put John Doe, and they're gonna put their phone number. Test email at gmail.com, and they're gonna click book appointment. And then now we have that thank you message right there. And if there's any additional information, you can put the additional information here. Meaning that if your client has any additional information, like they're saying, hey, I want to learn, for example, they can say, I want to learn more about your products. And they're gonna click submit. And now your client can then add it to their Google Calendar or add it to their Outlook calendar. And it's just like that. That is how you create your calendar inside of Progreda.